your boy Chris Sims, and you know what time it is. It's time for Conversations with Chris, and I'm here with another phenomenal individual. His name is Jonathan Goodley. Come on, put your hands together in the room. Hey, Jonathan, what's up, man? How you doing, man?
I'm good, bro. I'm hanging in there, man.
Oh, man, don't hang in there, man. Hold on. No.
No, I'm good. I'm doing good. I'm doing really good.
Good,
I'm
man.
in a much better place than I was a couple of months ago.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna dig into that. Tell the people a little about who you are.
So my name is Jonathan. I am a music artist, singer, musician, songwriter. I do a bunch of different things. That's just the gift that God gave me, to be able to just work with my hands, and whatever I do with my hands, I'm good at. You know what I'm saying? So, born and raised in the Bronx. I am a Christian. I'm a calm, spirited person. I like to have fun, good stuff like that. And I'm very entrepreneurial. So right now, what I do, I have my own business, which thank God, I was finally able to, get the LLC. The name of my business is DC Pie. That business that I have, I do a whole bunch of things. Right now, I'm only doing beaded jewelry. So the bracelets that I have on, the necklaces and things like that. These are all stones. But I don't, the whole spiritual properties and things like that. I make my jewelry, I pray over it. I pray that God gives whoever wears it whatever they need, whether it's deliverance, whether it's peace, whether it's joy, whether it's happiness, that when they put that on, that they'll feel the Spirit of God in all the ways that they need it. Someone's at the door, but I'm gonna step on here. The other business that I manage is a custom tuxedo shop, which I'm actually in now, right now. Sorry, my voice. Which I'm actually in right now. See, UPS, they show me love. Got some packages. So what we do with that is custom tuxedos and suits. So when guys are getting married, they come here, style them, whatever ideas they have, we put them together with our fabric books, and we make sure that they look good, feel good, and even smell good. I got a friend who does colognes that I have here in the shop as well. The name of that business is My Guy Everything. So I'm just all over the place, you know what I mean? Just connecting people, making people happy, and that's pretty much what I do, man.
Man, you've been doing some really awesome stuff, man. I've been really proud of you. Like we've been friends for a really long time.
Yeah.
And and so and I want you guys to go out and support Jonathan. Listen, support him with his businesses. If you're looking for suits, what was Miguel Wilson?
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you where to go. So if you're looking for a tuxedo, you go to on Instagram at Miguel Wilson Collection. And then I have my page as well for the New York location. I'm the New York market manager for Miguel Wilson, New York.
Wait. Say that again. You're the what?
I'm the New York market manager.
You're the what?
You probably can't see it. It's too little. But right there it says Jonathan Goodley, the New York market manager of Miguel Wilson Collection.
Did y'all hear that? He's the New York market manager of the Miguel Wilson. Y'all, come on. I know him. That's my friend.
So silly. So yeah, you can follow on Instagram, and then for all your beaded jewelry needs, you follow my business. It's DCPI LLC or _ LLC on Instagram.
Oh, dope. So y'all see it, you got it. Support him. Black business. Come on, man. Come on in here. Come on in here, somebody.
Yes, sir.
Talk to us a little bit about what your journey has been.
Okay. Well, Lord, help me remember all the pieces, all the important parts. I don't want to sound like I'm rambling. It is a very long story, but I'm going to try to shorten it and, have all the important stuff. So I was an electrician prior to the pandemic. Pandemic hit, temporarily got laid off. But I was working as well. Some days I was able to still go into the field and work. And I was, like I said, what God has me to do with my hands, I'm really good at. So I was really good at it, doing low voltage electrician, elevator cameras, installing security systems for people's houses, things like that. But for whatever reason, I just kept having this feeling like it's not it. Like, this is it. Yeah, it's a great trade. You know, but it just felt like there was something more. Like, I don't really know how to explain it except for to say it like that. It's like, there's something more. What is it? I don't know. So the pandemic happened, and as you know, a lot of people were able to, like, you know, have just time with themselves, and with God.
Right.
And for me, in that time, he allowed me to really see what was important to me. He showed me, in all the ways, the things that I needed, I already had. And so it wasn't for me to keep, you know, running here, running there, and looking for it over here, blah, 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 because I already had it. So my cousin, I know I'm jumping, she had her business making beads, waist beads, necklaces, and things like that. And so I asked her to make me a necklace. She actually made me two. It was a nice wooden necklace, kind of like a choker. So I was wearing that, you know, to work. People were complimenting me. People wanted it or whatever, asking me what it meant, so on and so forth. So I figured, let me work with her and put some more money in her pocket. I'll purchase from her wholesale and sell it at my price. And then it hit me. It was like, well, you're good with your hands. And, you know, God gives you become good at it. So why don't you just learn? Like, have her teach you. So I was like, all right, cool. So I asked her if she was doing classes. She told me she did. She taught me, and I went along with it. So I was making jewelry. I mean, I really was making it for myself. Because anybody that knows me, I've always worn beaded jewelry. But major retailers that I was shopping at, the jewelry they had was just like, it's boring, it's cheap. It's like, this is not it. So she taught me, started making jewelry for myself. I would post on Instagram, and it was this one specific necklace I made. It's all black. I call it Majestic. I posted it like, this is my, you know, my jewelry for the day, necklace and bracelet. And when I tell you, people just started hitting me up like, yo, that's beautiful. How much is that? I'm like, wait, what do you mean? Well, this is mine. They're like, but no, I want you to make it for me. And I'm just like, okay, wait, hold on. I wasn't expecting this,
right.
You know? And so from that one necklace, in a week, I made $300.
Wow.
Right. And that was me not knowing how to price it, you know, because I could have made more, not trying to take money from people, but because, you know, of how much it costs and things like that. You know, I had to go through my process. But I made $300, and God showed me, like, see, I was like, my aha moment. He was like, you can do this, and it can work, and it will work. Mm-hmm. So I had this feeling to quit my job, just to not, you know what I mean? Because like I said, I was good at it, but it was just like, there was something more. Right. And so with a whole bunch of pressure, people who didn't understand the vision and all of that, I trusted what God was putting in my spirit, and I quit my job. Wow. I literally quit, and I was like, you know, I'm gonna go full time with my jewelry. He also told me, you know, you have been helping people build their brands for so long. It's your turn. And so once I did that, a door opened, which was where I'm at now with the Miguel Wilson collection. I flew out to Atlanta, modeled for him, you know, did the audition. The event got flooded out, and like a few months later, his creative director was leaving, so he posted about it. So I went back to Atlanta to fulfill that position. I said all that to say, I have control now with this company that I'm at to have my bracelets in every store. We have 4 stores. So you see how God opened that door? You know what I mean? And thank you, Father. To go back a little bit, before I flew out to Atlanta, like I said, I had quit my job. So I really didn't have money coming in like that, you know, and what I did have coming in, I was spending on materials to make some more jewelry. So I used to work at this art gallery as an art handler, and they were opening a new location. So I plugged myself in. I'm like, well, look, the days that you guys are not going to be here, you're going to be wherever you're going to be. I'll just manage the gallery and, you know, hang whatever art needs to be hung, keep the gallery nice and neat, paint, plaster, because that's what I used to do there. As I was doing that job, they needed electrical work done in the gallery. You see how this goes?
Wow.
So they needed electrical work, and I was able to fulfill and do that. So I'm working as an art handler for like a week. And then right after that, I did this electrical job, which put a few stacks in my pocket. That was all I had to my name.
Wow.
So it was that money that helped me pay my expenses to go to Atlanta for this door to open how it opened. All because I listened to what God was putting in my spirit. Now imagine I was working as an electrician or doing whatever. I would have never been able to take off and go and have this opportunity. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that was a huge blessing. And it sounds all great, but in that process, a lot of negativity was happening. You know, I thank God for the deliverance, because I was actually delivered from three spirits that come together: depression, anxiety, and ultimately suicide. Now, me, I never would have thought, you know, this would be something that I'm dealing with, but you'd be surprised how many people actually are. And it was just a whole process. It was just a whole process for God to just show me a few things. And here's the few things that he showed me. I gave you the vision. Stick to the vision. Don't get sidetracked.
Right.
Yes, you're here. You're doing what you got to do here. But use what you're getting there to fund your business, because that's what you're supposed to be doing. But he also enlightened me that with the vision I gave you, trust me to do it my way, not your way. Because you're going to try to do it your way, and it's not going to work how you want it to work. You're going to start getting anxiety. And then you're going to be pissed off, and you're going to be mad at this person and mad at that person, negative thoughts, and now you're going to be depressed.
Right.
And now you got anxiety and depression, you got stress on your shoulders, you wondering about this, you wondering about that. Lord, if I could just not deal with this and have some peace, that's where suicide creeps in. So he was telling me, I gave you a vision, follow the vision, but follow me as I do it. Don't try to do it your way.
Right.
This is the vision.
Right.
I'm going to do it my way, because there's something I need to pull out of you, and there's something I need you to, not even something, I need you to understand my voice. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times we like, yes, and then somebody's like, no, and you're like, and now you got your thoughts and you like stuck in between. But he's like, I put you in this space so that you can know my voice clear. Right. Because where you about to go, you're gonna have to hear me when I say yes, when I say no, at each moment, at each time. You know what I mean? So that's the journey, bro, and that's how I am where I am right now. You know, with these businesses, my business and managing another business.
That's
crazy,
awesome, man. That's so dope, man. That's so awesome. And I'm so happy for you, man. I'm so happy for you. I remember you sharing those things with me, man. I was like, I'm so proud of you.
Man,
really am. And man, you touched on something like really important that you know, you and I were part of two specific communities of people. The Black community and the church community.
Yep.
And you touched on mental health.
We have to be honest with ourselves. A lot of people don't do that.
Right.
And I mean that in the sense that when somebody asks us, hey, how you doing? First thing you'd be like, I'm good. Right. Or you're dealing with some stuff and you know, like, I'm going crazy in my head, but you're in the mirror and you like, I'm good. But you're not good, right? And I totally believe that there's power in our tongue, power of life and death, right? So you don't want to speak negative on yourself, but you have to be real with yourself,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Like, if this is blue, I'm not gonna tell myself it's green just so I could get past it, because it's still gonna be blue, and I'm still gonna be fighting saying it's green.
Right.
You got to be honest with yourself, right? That's one. I know talking to people doesn't always help, because when I was going through it, I would talk to people, and as soon as I said the words suicide, they kind of just like shy away or get silent. But talk to people, right? Also, the main thing that I learned even after getting my deliverance, which is the scripture we say all the time, we overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the word of our testimony.
Right.
When I got my deliverance, I would have never thought I would have been telling people about it as far as the suicide thing. But when I started opening up about it, literally everybody I told was like, yo, man, me too.
Right. Right.
That right there was a burden lifted off of them. Not you know, just saying that misery loves company, but not in that sense. It's just like, wow, like you were dealing with that. I've been dealing with this as well. So we have to be vigilant in telling our testimonies. I think that's another way that will definitely help people open up.
Right.
Because when people see that they're not by themselves, now they're open and they're free to say, okay, this is what I was dealing with. And then they can get to the root of what is causing or making them feel that way. And now once you know the root, the deliverance comes.
Right.
Because you know, okay, this is the thing that causes me to feel this way. Now I can remove this, or I can react to it differently, so on and so forth. Also for men, because I know men don't like to talk, men don't like to be emotional. We have emotions for a reason, guys. It's not by chance. It's not somebody put some toxins in the air and we just, woo, emotions. No, we have emotions. And so another thing God allowed me to realize as far as deliverance, or even facing, you know, that topic. When you go through things, you have to experience the emotion. Right? Something gets you mad, be mad. But after you're mad, right, you move forward. But it's usually those emotions that allow us to change or make a change. You know what I'm saying? Because for me, what I was going through, it was so much pressure. I had to feel that in order to be like, okay, all right, God, I can't do this no more. And that's really when I received my deliverance. But yeah, those few things I think will definitely help anybody.
Right.
You know, being open about it, talking about it. You have a testimony, give your testimony, whatever it is. Can't be like, yeah, we're ashamed sometimes, but you never know who you helping just by telling that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Somebody can literally.
You know, some things are not just put a praise on it.
Right, that's true.
You know, it's not. We want this one size fits all solution, and it's not that. You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't have this whole big old book called the Bible with all of these different solutions
stories,
to different issues.
People.
Right? he would have just said, "Hey, listen, just praise, and everything will be all right." Right? He wouldn't need a whole book for that. Right? And you know, we see it throughout the scripture. There were different ways that people dealt with issues depending on the situation. And it's not a one size fits all situation. Some things you have to talk about. It's not I'm gonna just praise my way through it because it's uncomfortable, which we understand. It's uncomfortable to talk about the situation. A lot of us have not acquired the tools necessary to address those issues. We get it. I'm saying, but it, you know, praising my way out, and it's not a one size fits all thing. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't work that way, unfortunately. Yeah, and I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of people are still stuck and still dealing with the same issues. You've been in church for 99 years of your life.
Not 99.
99 and a half. And just like Hezekiah said, 99 and a half won't do.
I'm going to sing it too.
It just won't do. Listen, you can be in church all your life and still struggling with the same stuff, man.
Trust me, I know.
And I had an awakening one day sitting in church, man, and God spoke to me. He said, he's in my parents' church. You know, God spoke to me clearly, man, because I was looking around and I'm seeing that happening, seeing all these older people in the same situations that they've always been in. And God said to me, he said, leave or die. And that was yeah. Yeah. And I'm not saying that for everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like when you have your own relationship with God, He will give you direction. Like God is not telling me to go out, electrician license. You know what I'm saying? He's not telling me to make beads. Like,
he said, "Sing."
He's not telling me to go get a job with Miguel Wilson.
I mean, he's so silly.
No, but like, so it's again, we all have our path and our journey, and God has purpose in all of it.
Yes.
And a lot of times the things that we're struggling with is interfering with us being able to hear and see clearly.
That part.
And we got to be able to be willing to take that time and go through that time of discomfort, because a lot of times that discomfort often means that growth is occurring.
Yes.
So yeah, man. Thank you for sharing all of that with us, bro. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, bro. And then just one last thing I want to say about that. Three what do you call it? 3 analogies that were given to me. You can't get wine without crushing grapes. You can't get olive oil without crushing olives. And you can't make an omelet unless you break the egg, unless you crack the shell. Right?
Right.
We have to. Christ suffered.
Right.
We may not suffer as bad as he did. Thank you.
Right.
But we still got to suffer. And I don't want people to look at that in a bad way and be like, oh, well, why? Because what it is in order for God to get the best from you, you got to be, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you were never broke in your life, you would never be able to cherish money as somebody who, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, go through this moment of not having.
Mm-hmm.
So that way you're at the feet of Christ constantly.
Right.
But now that you have it, you understand how important it is. And that'll open you up to help other people, in certain areas. You get what I'm saying? So the pressing is necessary, because there's a better result that God needs from you. There's something that's in you that he needs to pull out of you, and he won't be able to pull it out of you without you going through or understanding that pressure, that pressure, that crushing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was something that he gave to me as well.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
Now I'm praying for people more, and now I know how to talk to certain people in certain situations, dealing with certain spirits or strongholds on their life. I would not have ever known how had I not gone through it.
It's powerful.
Yeah.
It's powerful. Yo, Jonathan, man, I want to thank you, man, for being on the show, man. I appreciate you so much, bro, and for being vulnerable and open and sharing your testimony and the stuff that you're struggling with and your successes. I'm praying that God continues to bless you and continue to bring you closer into all of who he has called you to be, and you acquire everything that he has for you. I want you to have everything he has for you. And so, man, I want you to, I'm gonna give this last few minutes to you, and I want you, if you have a final word for the people, you can share a final word with the people. And I also want you to share your information so everybody can find you. And I know you did earlier, but give it to them again, and they'll find you and find your and be able to support you, man.
Okay. I don't have any last few words, but I think I'm gonna sing my favorite song real quick.
Hey, shut up.
Here you go. Don't encourage this man, y'all. No, but the words of this song are actually just the words that I want to leave with people. So 'tis so sweet to trust in Jesus, and just to take him at his word, and just to rest upon his promise, and just to know, thus saith the Lord. Oh, Jesus, Jesus, how I trust you, and how I prove you more and more. Jesus, Jesus, my precious Jesus. Oh, for grace to trust you more. That's it, man.
Wow. That was awesome, man.
Yes,
So
yes.
now there are two things I wish I had: your voice and your beard. So
Take the beard here. No, not the beard.
Yo, Jonathan, what's next for you, man?
So my business, like I said, DC_Pie_LLC on Instagram. Right now we're doing beads necklaces, beaded bracelets. But in the very near future, I'm going to be, and you're probably hearing it here first, I'm going to be adding a whole bunch of different lifestyle accessories, things you can use around your house, things you can take with you on the go. I'm not saying what yet, but follow me on Instagram, DCPI_LLC. Stay tuned for what's coming with that. With the Miguel Wilson collection, we have a bunch of events coming up. In May, we have our Black Tie Experience in the National Harbor of Maryland. In October, we have our Atlanta Fashion and Polo Classic, which is huge event. Thing I love about all of it is no shades to the Caucasian people, but it's all, brown-owned businesses, black-owned businesses, just coming together to connect, to network, in a whole bunch of different capacities. And finally, keep your boy in prayer, man, because I got so many songs. I gotta get the time to just record them and put them out. So business, accessories, events, and some music. That's what's next.
Awesome. I'm excited for you, man. I'm excited, for everything, bro. Listen, I want to thank everybody for tuning in to Conversations with Chris. Thank you, Jonathan Goodley, again for coming on. And listen, I want to remind you guys to stay real, stay right, and stay relevant. Y'all stay blessed. Peace!